If you're looking to find a simple and repeatable day trading strategy that happens every single day to make consistent profits, then this video is for you. I'm going to be showing you my simple liquidity scalping strategy that you can use every single day within the first 2 hours of the market session open. It is super beginner friendly, it requires no bias, and I'm going to be teaching it to you in a way that even a 5-year-old could understand it. This exact strategy now makes me over $20,000 per month. But with that being said, let's get into the video. So before we actually get into the markets, where I'm going to show you how can we trade with liquidity and make a lot of money daily, first we have to understand what is liquidity. Liquidity is resting buy and sell orders that these big banks, institutions, and hedge funds, the market movers, want to take. By them taking out liquidity, aka liquidating people out of the market, they can fill their large positions. And we want to make sure that we're not getting liquidated. We can do that by marking out those liquidity areas, because liquidity is something that can switch the market direction. And that's why it's so powerful. I would call it the lifeblood of the markets. So let's get into the markets. I'm going to show you everything. These are lows in the monthly time frame. Has amazing amounts of liquidity resting below these lows. Below here was a lot of retail traders stop losses. Not only that, a lot of orders that these big banks, the market movers, has to take. What happened here? Price moved down, took them out, and is it a coincidence that it's all of a sudden going up after they took the liquidity? It's not a coincidence, because that's how these markets are built, okay? And our job is to follow the trend when it's moving down or up. And we can see the market structure shift when these liquidities are taken out, okay? These liquidities are essentially in every single time frame, but higher time frames hold more power. Now that we understand the motive of these market movers, why do they want to move the market? It's to take liquidity. Now we have to understand, where is this liquidity resting at? Above highs and below lows. Now you may wonder, you guys may wonder, well, what the hell is a high? What the hell is a low? A high and a low, they're being created by two candles that are together, right? And a high, it is being created by an up candle that is immediately followed by a down candle like this. It takes two candles to form a high, and above here is resting buy side liquidity. So stop losses of retailers, a lot of orders that these big banks want to take, right? And once this gets swept, the trend can switch from upside to downside like this. Let me show you an example like this. It was an uptrend. Let's say it was an uptrend like this. It can then switch into a downtrend from here. So above highs, there will be resting liquidity. So this is a high. Okay, it is created by two candles that are together. Up candle followed by down candle. That's the high. And a low is being created by two candles as well that are together. But first of all, it has to be a down candle. That is the first one, right? And the second candle is an up candle. Remember, they're together. That's very important to understand. They're together. And here below here is a low that has resting liquidity, resting sell side liquidity. And why is this important for us to understand? When we get into the markets, we can just literally mark these out, and once this gets taken out, we can wait for the market to give us a reaction to a trend reversal. So if this is going down now, it moves in low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows. It gets swept. If we see the trend confirmation switch, then we can buy the markets. But obviously I'm going to show you guys how can you spot the trend confirmation switch very soon. But here's the thing, here's the catch. I mean the key. These highs and lows, they happen in every single pair and every single time frame. There's more liquidity on higher time frames. I like to mark this in the 15-minute time frame and up. Since this right here that we had was a monthly time frame low, they obviously had a lot of liquidity, which caused the price to go up now. Now, I'm going to show you in the real markets, how can we spot these highs and lows. A high is being created by an up candle followed by a down candle. So here is resting liquidity, right? Resting buy side liquidity. An example of a liquidity that didn't get respected. What is this? This is a down candle followed by an up candle. This is a low. You guys may wonder, why didn't it switch the direction to the upside? Well, for the simple fact that this actually was a break of structure to the downside. And we need to see the trend confirmation switch to buy from here, but obviously I'm gonna get later into that. I could see this confirmation, but it literally broke structure to the downside, right? And now we broke structure to the upside because this is a high and broke structure to the upside, right? But here is resting liquidity, a lot of resting liquidity, which most likely the price will take it later. This is a down candle followed by an up candle. This is a down candle followed by an up candle. This is a low, low, look at this. This is also a down candle followed by an up candle. So this is the sell side liquidity. And actually, this is a perfect example of a sweep of liquidity. Right here, swept the liquidity and then goes to the upside. Okay, this is actually, yeah, this is a sweep of liquidity. This is a high up candle followed by a down candle. High, got swept. Up candle followed by a down candle, reversed. Then also again we create this up candle followed by a down candle. This is a high, swept liquidity, reverses. Again here, up candle followed by a down candle, high, swept, reverse, right? And this is a beautiful downtrend, of course. This is an up candle followed by a down candle, right? It's high, got swept, reverses, right? This is an up candle followed by a down candle. Here's also resting liquidity. Now, the thing that I want you to guys understand is that the liquidity will not be valid anymore. It will not have any power after they get swept. So let's say now that this got swept, this won't have any power anymore because it already got swept. Now this has the power because this hasn't gotten swept yet. So this still has resting liquidity. But if this gets swept or breaking above, the power will leave, okay? Now I'm gonna give you an example about the trend confirmation switch. So how can we actually use these liquidities to our advantage to make money? Let's say we're currently in a nice uptrend. We move in higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Keep in mind, if the price moves like this, we have to look for buys, but we're ready to target this liquidity because we have to understand that this liquidity is something that will switch the trend direction. So if we're currently moving up and it gets swept like this, sweep of liquidity, as you can see, this is where it gets swept right here, okay? Because it literally took this, swept the liquidity. After that, what you have to do, what I personally like to do, is I go to the 1 minute time frame in here, and then I want to see something called a trend confirmation switch after the liquidity sweep, right? So you see the liquidity sweep, 50 minutes and up. I go to the, let's say this is a 1 minute time frame now. I want to see a break of structure to the downside. A down candle closes below the most recent higher low, because remember, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low. So that's our first break of structure to the downside, right? But that's not enough for me. I want to see two of them to kind of see the trend movement. How do you see that? Well, this is the low low now. We're currently in a downtrend in the 1 minute time frame. I want to see the lower high and a lower low, because we can literally see that this is doing that freaking trend movement, right? Low lows, low highs, low lows. This is another break of structure. So I would enter on the second BOS break of structure when it creates the downtrend with the stop loss above the most recent lower high like this. I'm going to target liquidity below, because we have to understand that liquidities are the things that could switch the trend direction later. So I'm going to target some, let's say here's some liquidity below. If it was enough liquidity for the big banks, institutions, then it's going to switch a trend, and here you're going to make money. And obviously, let me give you an example to the downtrend to an uptrend, right? So let's say this is a sell side liquidity. We go from a freaking downtrend, low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows. We're going to look for sells in here in this downtrend and target this liquidity. And once this liquidity gets swept, we're gonna see the reaction. If it gives us the reaction, that's the key. If it gives us the reaction, if it just continues down, I'm gonna continue to look for sells. Let's say if it gives us the reverse, what do we need to see? We need to see again the break of structure to the upside, which is an up candle closing above the most recent lower high. Remember, low lows, lower highs, low lows. And this is an up candle. Look at this, an up candle that closes above the most recent lower high like this. Boom. What is this? This is a break of structure, aka a BOS. Remember that after the sweep of liquidity, we're gonna go to the 1 minute time frame, right? So this is our 1 minute time frame right now, 1 minute break of structure. This means that in this current time frame, in the 1 minute, we are now bullish because we broke structure to the upside, right? So we're bullish right here. Want to see the second one to see the trend movement. This is a higher high, higher low, higher high, and I'm gonna target again some 50 minute and up liquidity. And if there was enough liquidity in the sell side, this market is going to naturally go like this, right? Now let me show you in the real charts. I'm gonna give you guys an example of a liquidity sweep. I'm gonna use a 1 hour time frame liquidity. This is actually, I think this is quite perfect for me to show this, because I actually took this trade last Friday. I posted it on YouTube. Actually, I wanted to record myself doing that. But look at this. This was a 1 hour time frame low right here. Liquidity. Why is this a low? because this is a down candle followed by an up candle, as you can see. Then we enter quite perfectly into the session, right? 9:30 when the New York Stock Exchange opens, AM Eastern time. We took out liquidity. In this case, what I did, I went to the 1 minute time frame. Look at this. This was the liquidity. New York Stock Exchange opens, volume starts to enter, kind of mid-tier price action. But then we got the sweep of liquidity in the 1 hour time frame. And look at this, what happened. Look what happened. What do we start to mark out after the sweep of liquidity? We're gonna mark out the what? Low lows, lower highs. This is the most recent lower high. So again, these highs and lows appear in every single time frame. This is an up candle followed by down candle, but these do not have much liquidity, right? So we can essentially just follow the trend, right? This is the most recent high, but as you can see, we actually create a new high right here because this is an up candle followed by a down candle, right? And what happens then? An up candle body closes above that. Look at this. This is not a break of structure. This is not a break of structure because this is the wick of the candle. As you can see, this is the body of the candle that closes above that after that. So this is a break of structure number 1. BOS number 1 after the sweep of liquidity, right? And then what do we create then? Up candle followed by a down candle. This is a high in the 1 minute time frame. What happens then? A body of the candle closes above that. Look at this, BOS number 2. What then? You could enter right here, but I remember I didn't enter right here. I actually entered on this order block, right? Because this is an order block is essentially the last down candle after the break of shocks to the upside. You can use that. You don't necessarily need it in this case, but I wanted to use it to get a better risk-reward ratio. So I entered right here on the money, on the order block. Put the stop loss where? Below the most recent higher high, higher low. You put the most recent higher low. Stop loss below the most recent higher low, right here. And I remember I actually I wanted to get like a 1 to 2 risk-reward ratio. I targeted this, the most recent, very short of block. I know, could have targeted some liquidity, but I wanted to target this because I was already satisfied with the risk-reward ratio, which is essentially our profit versus risk. 1 hour time frame liquidity sweep, break of structure number 1, break of structure number 2, entered on this order block, on this retracement where the candle kind of reaches to get a better risk-reward ratio. Took it like this, bang, right? That's how we see the market structure shift after liquidity. That's how I use liquidity. And also, liquidity is also powerful when you want to find a area to target on. I'm gonna give an example, guys. If I want to enter buys right here, where would I target? I would target liquidity, because liquidity is something that could switch the market direction from an uptrend to a downtrend, from a downtrend to an uptrend, right? So I'm gonna target liquidity. This is just an example. I didn't see what kind of setup was this, but this is actually pretty smooth. Uptrend, targeting liquidity, switches to a downtrend. This is actually a perfect example. Look at this. What is this? This is a low, break of structure number 1. This is a low, break of structure number 2. I would have most likely targeted this liquidity right here. This low, also this low. If I would have entered very low risk and I want to get like a sniper entry, 1 to 12, holy shit. I mean, that's pretty good, but as you see, it would have worked in this case. But this is the thing, guys. Liquidity is something that can switch the market from an uptrend to a downtrend. Right here, as you can see, sweep of liquidity, uptrend to a downtrend. If we go to the monthly time frame, this is example. From a downtrend to an uptrend, as you can see. Now it's bullish in this daily time frame. Why? Because we broke structure. We have to understand this is all a big business, right? A lot of people made a lot of fucking money in here. I'm talking like billions of dollars. But game is game, game is game. We have to understand that. When we understand how these markets move, we can make a lot of money with the market movers. And yeah, man, that's about that.